Hello folks and welcome into Kendall Ice Arena for another rendition of University of Miami Hurricanes Club Hockey right here on the University of Miami Club Hockey Network. I'm Connor Stein, who will be joining me shortly is Justin Cohen as my color. And we're set for a matchup between the USF Bulls and the University of Miami Hurricanes right here on the Hurricanes Hockey Network. Miami and these Bulls took on each other last night at 7 p.m. where the Bulls handily defeated the Hurricanes. 13-1 was the final score, and it was just an outburst from the start. The Bulls started with 3 goals in the first period, and just an offensive onslaught by the Bulls to just outman and outscore the Hurricanes. And a big factor in that game was Grant Dietz, the forward from Jivia, Illinois, who's a sophomore. He got 3 goals with 4 assists last night, combining for 7 points on the night. He had himself an absolute game, and if Miami wants to have a result that's not similar to the one of last night, they're going to have to turn the tide by limiting guys like Grant Dietz, like Nolan Ott, and like Jack Fleer, who all lit the lamp last night. And Miami will look to do that tonight, but the Bulls looking to stay in first place in the ACHA College Hockey South Conference at the M3 level. They currently sit at 12-2 on the year and looking to just further extend their dominance in the College Hockey South Division. But we'll have starting lineups, the national anthem, and more right after this quick break. We'll be back. You won't want to go anywhere for this rendition of the Miami Hurricanes hockey on the University of Miami Hockey Network. We're back here at Kendall Ice Arena. It's Miami and South Florida taking on each other for the second time this weekend in an M3 matchup. Both of these teams played yesterday. USF winning big 13-1 here in Kendall. And with that, we will take a look at some of the starting lineups. A complete new look for the South Florida Bulls. For South Florida, it'll be Bryson Uhrig, Frankie Morano, Danny Bogdanoff, Jonathan Cooper, Shai Haley, and Kevin Tomkoff. And for Miami, it's an identical starting lineup to yesterday with Riker Ferry, Ilana Stuhlin, Raymond Owens, Remy Kagan, and Evan Zidakis. So, Miami looking to rebound while USF trying to control what they were able to do yesterday, but with a new starting lineup and a new goaltender in net as well, with Zach Linek getting the start from Endwell in New York. He's got a 3-0 record on the year as a senior, and Miami and USF will get ready to go. Miami in all white will go right to left on your screen. USF in all green will go left to right. Miami in a military appreciation weekend in their all whites with the camo lettering that the team debuted last night, as here come the Hurricanes trying to solve some kind of offensive issues. Yesterday it was only the player who has the puck now, Stuhlin with the goal, as he takes a shot that is gloved down by Linek. Elian Stuhlin was the only player to light the lamp for the Hurricanes yesterday. And on the broadcast yesterday, I was mentioning how Miami has got to find other goal scorers, whether it be on the top line, like guys like Raymond Owens or Riker Ferry, who are the next goal scorers up on the team, or if it's, a guy like Turlick as well, as that puck gets sent out of the zone. Miami will recollect it in their own end, but last night it was all USF Bulls, with Zietz really leading the way. Grant Dietz, he had a hat trick, and a plethora of USF players had either a pair of goals or just one goal, and it was really just from start to finish a domination. As here come the Bulls on the attack in the offensive zone. The left back shot is saved by Kolb, and the puck is sniffed out by the Hurricanes. Moore sends it on net. It's sticked aside by Linek, and the puck will get rung around. Curran able to get it out of the zone and get it up ahead to Uhrig. Uhrig with a try on net, collaborating, a pad save on net by Kolb, as there's an object that falls onto the ice as the Hurricanes and the Bulls pause here. Can't tell exactly what that is, but regardless, play will continue, this time in the USF Bulls offensive zone. Brendan Moore comes over the blue line, takes a shot, goes to the netting, and a good opportunity for Miami off the rip with their third line out there. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching this game between the Bulls and the Hurricanes right here on the University of Miami Club Hockey Network. I'm Connor Stein here calling all the action for you this afternoon, and a reminder, we'll have a doubleheader just like we did yesterday with the AC/DC renditions of these two teams later tonight as well. So feel free, if you have the time, tune in for that as well, as Remy Kagan comes in with speed over the blue line. Tries to deke the USF defenseman, and Loretis will pick it up behind the net. Bogdanoff gets it over for Uhrig, and that puck gets fired down the ice. Jack Fleer tried to get it free, but it's pushed ahead for Miami. That puck misses a couple sticks, but it gets tipped enough so the icing is waved off. Nolan Ott behind the net, able to get up ahead for Uhrig, but it's turned over in the Bulls' defensive zone. In the slot is Turlick with a try. Walker aside. The rebound attempt by Miami. Stays out. Morin was there on the attempt. And a good job by Linek to save that. Another distance try put on net. The rebound is left in front in the crease, but Miami's able to come away with it. Pastricani from distance. Off the shin pad of a Bull and sent out of the zone. Michelini will collect it, but he whiffs on the puck. Bogdanov was right in off the turnover. And almost a dire error for Miami, but they get away with one. A little bit of a different look than last night for Miami. They let in 3 goals in the first 3 minutes. But tonight it's been a lot cleaner as here come the Bulls on the attack. Puck gets disrupted by Ryan Way. Ryan Way had a hat trick last night in the AC/DC game. Miami likes to do that with the rosters. Coach Tom Amello likes to mix and match with the AC/DC team. Kind of just test his young freshman out as that puck is sent down low. Delayed offside is called as the officials yell. Cloywa is able to send it down low. Now it's Max Phillips behind the net. Turned over from Miami. Cloywa with a great shot on net, gloved aside and pushed ahead for Miami. 15:30 left to go here in the first period as here comes Eliana Stulin. Eliana Stulin past the blue line. Blates fires, save by Linek. Ray Owens tries to retrieve it, but it's set back up by the Hurricanes. Phillips able to find Way, who puts on the brakes, and Raymond Owens and Way were not really on the same page there. So it results in an offside on Miami, so we'll have a face-off right outside of the blue line. But it mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the new goaltender in last for the Hurricane, or for the Bulls, I should say, excuse me, Zach Linek. He got the 3-0 record as a senior from Enwell, New York. Last night, it was Ryan Koch between the pipes, the sophomore from Pembroke Pines, improved his record to 11-3 on the year. He had a good game last night as a try for Miami is denied, that time by Riker Ferry. Sadakis tried to cause mayhem in front in the slot. Ferry's not able to catch up to the puck, so here come the Bulls. That one's pickpocketed by Miami. Ray Owens able to find the puck. Ray Owens makes one Bull miss and gets taken out, and the Bulls will recollect. But Miami doing a good job forcing the Bulls down low on the forecheck. And that pass is up ahead for Curran. Ethan Curran inside. Dishes it across, and it's an errant pass, and Miami will go ahead. A good opportunity for the Bulls offensively. That Miami, once again, getting a little bit lucky with some of their lack of defense, as here comes USF in their own defensive ends. Ethan Curran will retreat and pass the puck up to Moreno. Picked back up by Frankie Moreno. Down in the end boards. Ricky Castricani got a potential hook put on him, but the officials did not see it, so we will play on as puck gets sent down low. Ethan Curran battles down low with Michelini. Puck is sent back up to the blue line and dished to the far corner. Castricani can't quite find the puck, and Turlick's able to finally clear the puck for the Hurricanes. But Miami doing a better job out of the gate defensively. Throughout the first 10 minutes of the first period yesterday, the Bulls seemed to never even leave the Hurricanes' defensive zone. And tonight, Miami able to clean some things up, get a good night's rest, and refresh here. As you gotta just realize, if you're Miami, that's just 2 points that you lost, and you have another opportunity here today. Chris Michelini now on the near boards, able to clear it. Callahan is able to skate ahead. Callahan comes at the near circle. He takes a shot that is glove side wide, and Brandon Stein will pump on the brakes. Both Callahan and Brandon Stein both appeared in the ACDC game for Miami last night. So they have played 3 games in the span of 48 hours, as that puck is too far, and they're going to get USF here, I believe, for a power play, or excuse me, for a penalty, as that was number 24, Jack Fleer, who put the puck into the net after the whistle was well blown. So they're going to get a call there on Jack Fleer. It'll be a 2-minute minor. And now Miami with a power play opportunity to potentially open the scoring. A big mistake by the Bulls there. Sudeikis at the blue line. Across to Kagan. Kagan loads up. The rebound for Stulin is disrupted. Kept in by Miami. Ray Owens through the slot. Back down low for Kagan. They're going to get unsportsmanlike conduct there on Fleer as it's announced. That's something you don't really see here at the AAU or at the ACH level, I should say. At the near boards it goes. Eliana Stulin can't find the puck. The distance tried by Sudeikis is knocked down by Ferry's stick. And USF's able to clear it down the ice. It's a good job by Bogdanov to clear it. And 50 seconds get shaved off here on the man advantage. Eliana Stulin will skate up and accelerate. He goes around the net. Sudeikis waits, but he doesn't play it smartly defensively. Uhrig comes in on a one-on-one, backhanded try, and a great save by Kolb. An excellent job by Kolb to block his net, as he currently has a player's stick, as he lost his on that breakaway. Ryan Furst comes in. And this is not what you want if you're Miami, is USF has got the control and the time, but as Remy Kagan gave Kolb his stick, he'll go back and make a change as Eliana Stulin will come up the ice. Pulls on the brakes, drop it back to Ferry. Ferry with a try. Gloved down by Lanek. 14 seconds remain here on that unsportsmanlike conduct call on Jack Fleer, the Lutz, Florida native. I should say Lutz, excuse me, as a distance try from Castricani is sent wide. 5 seconds remain on the man advantage, and that will do it. So Miami not really with any kind of offensive time, as the whistle was blown by the official, as Miami thought they had a chance on offense, but the play was blown dead. It was not covered. Miami definitely wants that one back, but they'll have to live with it. As Miami gets set up here in their offensive zone. A good penalty kill by USF, and we're knotted up at 0 apiece, as here comes USF inside. A backhanded try put on that save by Kolb, and some extracurricular activities after the play. We saw some tempers flare last night in the third period. Obviously the 5 in a game on Remy Kagan. We're seeing him here in the first period, however. So 10 minutes gone here in Kendall. It's been knotted up here. A little bit of a different look of a game. Miami playing a little bit closer here today, as the stretch pass ahead to Brendan Moore. Brendan Moore on the one-on-one. gets battled down by that USF defenseman, and the puck is freed. Puck set along the near boards as Loretis clears it. No offside. Loretis finds it back on his stick. Inside it goes, and it's blockered and gloved down by Kolb. And more pushing and shoving after the play. Aaron Kloiwa was the player there that maybe stuck his stick a little bit too close to Kolb, and the Hurricanes defending their goaltender. So as both teams go to make a change, we'll get set up for a offensive zone draw for USF. But a much better defensive game by Miami thus far. It's just when and how will they be able to get goals? And is USF going to be able to flip the switch like they did yesterday and really just turn on the Jets as that puck is sent down low? Hurricanes able to exit the zone. Morin shoots it down low at the end boards. And it's picked back up by the Bulls. USF able to exit the zone with Jack Fleer. And the Bulls get caught crossing the blue line a little bit too early, so it's an offside call. So face-off awaiting right outside of the Hurricanes' defensive zone. The Eliana Stulin and Dahami, who had a goal last night. The sophomore from Ellington, Florida, just about an hour south from Tampa, getting the goal as Eliana Stulin comes in with speed. Eliana Stulin gets poke check from behind. A good defensive play by Ryan First. As here comes a stretch pass from Dietz. Dietz tried to find the ball inside, but it's denied. Good job by Miami's defense to get back and play the puck. USF, though, still threatening with 8 minutes to go here in the first. Puck cleared off the glass and sent down. No icing as it's waved off. And the puck is collected behind the net by Max Mudge. Up ahead for Grant Dietz. Dietz in the corner. Battling with two Hurricanes there. The puck gets sprung free. And initially gets lifted out of the zone by Riker Ferry. Miami goes to make one change as it's good up ahead. Here comes Diogardi. Tries to center it, and it's denied. Diogardi, a newcomer for these Hurricanes, has dealt with injuries. Finally getting his first looks this weekend as a new prospect. He's from the Michigan area, looking to make an impact with that. And here come the Bulls inside. A shot put on, blockered aside by Cole. That attempts by Bogdanov. And the Hurricanes try to free it. It's kept in by Dietz. Dietz using his great edge work, cuts inside, takes a shot. And a good job by the Hurricanes defense to make Dietz miss that shot. See if we catch it on a replay here. Dietz just displaying great edge work, keeping it in the zone. He was on display last night, getting 3 goals, the hat trick, but the Hurricanes eliminating that offensive pressure there as that puck is sent out of the zone. Brennan Moore heavy on the attack as that puck gets lifted back to neutral ice. Charlie Brandonstein will collect it behind the net. The Bulls cause a turnover in front and a great pad save right on by Kolb. That puck is taken by Loretis and Ott. They go D to D as Ott goes up. Ott started in the game last night at defenseman, as here comes Uhrig, who gets tangled up with a couple of Hurricane defenders. Back at the blue line, it's Loretis with a try that goes wide. In the slot is Uhrig, who couldn't find the puck off a whiff. And Miami catches a little break in the slot. 5:45 remaining here in the first period. Circling is Bogdanov, who loses the puck. Callahan's able to find the puck. He's got more with him, more inside. Can't find the puck in the slot. And the puck is forced out. As that puck gets sent down the ice after a Hurricane stick could not be found. So it'll be an offensive zone draw for USF. But with 5:21 remaining here in the first, an unfamiliar sight between these two teams. As yesterday, the first period ended with a 4-0 score, but Miami hanging in there defensively, doing their best, eliminating and poking sticks, finding ways to get in the lanes of the USF shots to disrupt them. So far, doing a good job defensively. The USF is a team that can for sure flip the switch, as here comes Turlick up ahead to Callahan. Callahan at the far circle. Takes a shot, patted aside by Lenick. And puck goes ahead. Callahan able to find the puck on his stick, as South Florida Bulls will send it down the ice. Miami makes a couple forward changes as they get the puck stuck in their own end. Ratliff in the corner, back down low. At the blue line it goes. A distance try, sent off the glass. And Morin will get it out of the zone. Puck disrupted by Rafael Morin, as here he comes with some speed. Takes the outside and will take a hit in the boards. The puck goes back to neutral ice, sent back down by Castricani in the far corner. Turlick able to get it down low for Miami, as it's eventually taken out. Morin tries to disrupt the puck at neutral ice, sent back down by Ratliff, and USF will make a wholesale change as Miami looks to get some kind of offense going. Keller gets it up ahead for the Bulls with Tom Kanoff. Side for Moreno, who gets a shot patted aside. Back up, and Ferry's able to clear the puck for Miami. As here comes Miami trying to disrupt the outbreak of USF. They do it momentarily, and a lot of what we just seen a lot more aggressiveness on the defensive end in the Bulls defensive zone. As here comes the Bulls, it's disrupted, and here comes Ferry. Ferry loses the puck in neutral ice, able to dish it over to Ray Owens. In the slot, takes a shot off the stick of Lenick, and picked back up by Asul. And Asul with the backhanded try, misses the net. He'll find the puck now at the near corner. 2:30 remains here in the first. And now Miami trying to get set up here in the Bulls defensive zone. Puck battled down at the end boards, but eventually sent ahead. Zadakis will keep it in the zone at the blue line though. Ferry plays with the puck. He's able to free it ahead. The centering try disrupted. The turnaround chance also off a couple of sticks, and USF is finally able to clear the zone. Miami with some of their first sustained offensive pressure of the series, and it's just been better for Miami, but they're still looking for that bounce in the back of the net, as here they go with the Bulls. Curran comes inside, but he gets that puck stripped away. Finds it back on a stick after a good stick from Ryan Way. Puck gets lost through a couple of Hurricanes and will get dumped into the near corner. Hard hit there by Phillips, and the puck is sent ahead. And icing is called as Max Mudge went a little bit too hard on that pass, so it'll be an offensive zone draw for Miami, but just a good job by Miami, obviously staying in the Bulls' defensive zone and just limiting the opportunities of USF. They've definitely threatened. The Bulls have definitely threatened here this afternoon, but Miami's had answers, and they've disrupted, and they've found ways to get chances of their own. Puck gets dropped at the near circle, back up to Phillips at the blue line with Brandon Stein, and the play gets blown dead as it looks like Brennan Moore might have a slash off that face-off. So now Miami will go to the power play, or the penalty kill, I should say. And just not what you were looking for as the period is coming to an end. So the Bulls will get a 2-minute power play and get their second power play line out there. A minute remains as Dietz dances on the blue line. Good job by Turlick on the poke check to get it out of the blue line. 50 seconds remain here in the first period. Dietz accelerates with speed. A great defensive play by Michelini to force him on the outside. Back at the point is Floris. Back to the point. Takes a distance try, deflection, and sent out. Good save by Kolb. Under 30 seconds remain. Miami doing a good job staying aggressive at the blue line, not letting USF get in easy, as here comes Dietz. Dietz tried to split 3 Hurricane defenders. He was unable to do so, but back on the Bulls stick it goes. Mudge drops it back for Dietz, but it's kept in, patted aside by Kolb, and that will do it for this first period of play. A different look for the Hurricanes. It's 0-0 after one period. A little bit more of a competitive one here today, as Miami's done a good job adjusting offensively, and USF is looking for answers, as they'll have 57 seconds at the start of the second period. But for now, we will take a break for this intermission. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Hurricanes hockey right here on the Miami Hurricanes Hockey Network. We're back here for the second period of action. I apologize for some technical difficulties we may be facing as Miami and USF currently taking on each other. Score 0-0 as a shot put on net sent wide, and that puck gets sent out to neutral ice. Elian Astulin chase as Miami is able to clear off the power play. The puck inside, they score! Nolan Ott gets his third goal of the year, and Miami goes down 1-0 here in the first period. Once again, folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties we may be facing as I try to get them sorted out. We got the technical difficulties figured out, but unfortunately we missed 2 goals, both by the USF Bulls. The score now 2-0 in favor of the Bulls. 2 quick goals within a minute and 15 seconds. So Miami, when they thought they had a chance, after going into the intermission with a 0-0 tied, knotted up, USF comes out of the intermission, explodes with 2 goals, and Miami now has to claw back here in the second period. That puck is freed ahead, and USF will come and take it as there's a USF Bull down. That's number 24, Jack Fleer, who's laboring a little bit, but he seems to be all right. Pointing to his neck area, but nevertheless we play on. I'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties, folks. We were trying to figure out exactly why the camera was off. We found the issue, and we should have a clear visual the rest of the game. Miami down 2-0 here in the second period. 18-19 remains. Puck centered in front, back around, tried, they score. USF with their 3rd goal in about a minute 45. As we could check out the replay here, USF just not going away on the forecheck, keeping Miami at work. And then a good pass that time. I believe the credit's going to go to Bryson Uhrig. So Miami goes down 3 goals here quickly in the second period after a great first period. And Miami will look to regroup. But USF just finding their rhythm here all of a sudden, as Turlick's able to clear it out of the zone. And it's collected back by USF. Mudge lost the puck, and it goes on Moore stick, sends it above the shoulder of Lynette, and it stays out. Past the red line it goes. Puck is intercepted by Remy Kagan. Bed for Turlick, who sends it wide. And Miami goes to make a wholesale change. Michelini couldn't quite catch that puck as it goes D to D. That was Bryson Uhrig with the goal for the Bulls. So Miami with now a 3-goal deficit as Ryan Way accelerates with speed. He takes a shot, goes off the shin pad of Mudge as it stays alive for the Hurricanes. Shot in front, in the slot it goes. Miami's able to keep it in momentarily as that puck gets flung into the Miami defensive zone. Turlick able to maneuver it and find it down low. Michelini, too strong, and it gets blown dead as the Hurricanes were offside. But I was notified in between periods of some key injuries for the Hurricanes. Max Metzimer, the captain, usually wears that number 4 or number 61. He's out, so the 5th-year senior watching from the bench, kind of still support this Miami Hurricanes team with this leadership. And Kyle McGuire, who got hurt last night, so that's 2 Hurricanes, 2 key defensemen for the Hurricanes down for the count as Miami tries to battle through injury issues. They try to battle back in this game. Ray Owens with the centering try for a Stuhlin that's sent aside. Puck is sent back up at the blue line, but pushed out by the Bulls. Tumpagov inside. He takes a shot, but he's poke checked well by the Bulls, and it's sent to the blue line. Murno gets a goal for USF, and all of a sudden Miami down 4-0 here with 15:44 left to go in the second period. Murno, that's his first goal of the year as a freshman. Only recorded 2 games prior to the series, has started both games here and has made the difference there. And just more of those mistakes from Miami that bit them yesterday and are trying to creep back into this game. Sudeikis with a shot that goes off the iron. Another attempt is denied by the Bulls, and here come the Bulls with speed. Grant Dietz drops it back. The crossing try, they score! And folks, it's just a offensive onslaught for the Bulls, similar to yesterday. That time it was Ethan Curran getting his 4th goal of the year, the Land O'Lakes, Florida freshman. And the score goes quickly up to 5 goals. So that's as here comes Miami with some speed. But this has just been more of what we saw yesterday. Here comes Dietz. Taken away. Jackson Keller gets it across, but it's sent aside and cleared out of the zone. Rafael Morin with a try off of the USF defender. The centering try for Miami is sticked aside as the puck is put ahead. Curran now dishes it off to Dietz inside. Cannot make the save as the goal is, the puck I should say, is sent back to neutral ice. Sorry folks, I'm trying to find my groove back in here as that puck is blown dead as offside. Miami's bench was not a fan of it, but we'll have a neutral zone face-off right outside of the Hurricanes' offensive zone. But if you're Miami, you got to try your best to just stay locked into this game. 5 goals seems like a lot, but it's all about winning the period. And if they can find a way to chip back just a couple just nifty goals, getting pucks on net, that's going to result in positives for them. But they haven't been able to do any of that this period at all. As here comes Zurich, who shoots it all the way down, and it's gloved by the Miami goaltender. So the Bulls coming out red hot here in the second period, getting their 18th goal of the weekend. And Miami still trying to find ways to respond here offensively. But we talk about the additions of, as there was a shot put on Patton's side, we talked about those injuries of Max Mensimer and Kyle McGuire maybe causing some of the faults in Miami's defensive play, but it's really been the offense that's hurting the Miami Hurricanes. Obviously, Henry Kolb has tried his best, but he's just been taken in as that puck is played with and blown dead. But Henry Kolb has been absolutely tested this weekend, just with a parade of shots, and he's hanging in there. Max Hoffman is that backup goaltender for Miami, but it seems like Coach Tomamelo wants to keep him and save him for the AC/DC squad. As a redirection try by Ferry gets misdirected. Another attempt is gloved down by Lanek. And a good job by Miami, and they're going to say that's a goal. It was a late confirmation, but Miami hops on the board. It seems like that puck that was initially covered by Linek was forced free and into the back of the net for Miami. So Miami gets one back here. It's 5-1 Bulls. Ray Owens accelerates and gets a shot on net and a save by Linek. But man, that was kind of a confusing one. Miami's players didn't really even respond, maybe because of the current score, but they really didn't respond at all to if they even scored or not. And on net, that's saved by Linek. But for Miami, a bright spot after allowing 5 goals in the first 5 minutes of this period. Trying to chip away here in the offensive zone. Distance try by Callahan is into the corner. Callahan. And they are going to credit Riker Ferry with that goal. So 2 Hurricane scores this weekend, both on that first line, Riker Ferry and Estulin, as USF comes in with speed. Taking it out is Chris Michelini, who's pickpocketed by Ratliff, and Chloewo will send it down low. That pass is a misfire and sent down the ice for an icing. So USF will make a change while Miami is not able to. And we will see a defensive zone draw for Miami, as USF has kind of pulled on the brakes a little bit. They were kind of, as I say, right off the face-off. The puck goes into the back of the net, and you can call that announcer's jinx if you'd like. USF right off the draw. The face-off was won by Shai Haley, the freshman getting his 2nd goal of the year. And just unfortunate for Miami, as they were able to chip away but lose one back. So the goal goes to Shai Haley, as Miami will look to take over as the USF Bulls come the other way. Wow, what a remarkable job, though, by Haley right off the draw. He was kind of just put a ton of force on the puck, and Henry Kolb just wasn't really expecting it. It was on the far side post, went in, and the Bulls extend their lead back to 5. Shai Haley back with the Stulin. Puck backhanded back by Estulin. And the puck is picked up behind the net. Back at the point, sent on and saved by Kolb. We'd like to once again thank you for watching this version of Miami Hurricanes hockey right here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. I'm Connor Stein, calling you all the action for you this afternoon, and we'll have a game this evening as well for the AC/DC squads of these two teams. Last night, the winner of that one was Miami by 7-4 victory, as that was a good one here last night for those of you that watched. We have another good one here happening right now. We had a competitive hockey game that's really taken the way of USF as that puck gets disrupted in the slot, taken out by the Hurricanes. Lynette couldn't quite find that puck, and it gets sent behind his net. A try put on and gloved down by Linick. And a defensive change. USF will make a forward change. Puck taken out by the Bulls. Curran tried to find a good stick. He does there as the Bulls come in with speed. Curran back over. The great move by Grant Dietz. And it extends USF's lead to 6. Having himself a great weekend. He's up to 9 points on the weekend, just dominating Miami defensively. And USF in firm control as Grant Dietz dumps it down low. And there's an arm in the air as it looks like we're going to get a penalty here on Miami. It's going to be Raymond Owens. Heads to the box. They're going to get Raymond Owens for a slash. So just after Miami's 7th goal allowed, they'll have to head on the penalty kill. Puck sent back. Jackson Keller gets it to Frust. Back down low for Dietz. Dietz waits, tries to get a mixed direction try. Sent aside by the stick of Kolb. Back at the point. Back now for Keller, gets disrupted. Dietz pulls on the brakes, waits, sends a puck on net, but couldn't find a USF stick. Keller now. Stuhlin tracking on it. Playing the puck is Zach Lanique. And Stuhlin and Dietz get tangled up. Puck is sent back to neutral ice. Burst comes with a burst. He's able to find the puck back on his stick. And with 35 seconds remaining in the penalty on the slash to Ray Owens, Miami sent wide. And it's collected back by Bogdanov. Bogdanov waits at the near circle. Zdedek is able to get in the passing lane. Back up top for Max Mudge. Back across as the penalty expires on Ray Owens, so Miami able to get a penalty kill. Crossing try is too strong. Puck sent on net, also patted aside. And that puck is sent along the glass. Stays in play, but not for long, as it's kept Henry Kolb on the attack. There was Max Mudge, who tried to make Kolb go to one side, go to another side, but Max Mudge was there with the save. Excuse me, not Max Mudge. Henry Kolb was there with the save. And now we're seeing shades of more of what we saw yesterday from these two teams, as The puck goes into the USF bench. USF with 5 goals. 5 goals to start this period. And then added a couple more on. And in the second period of last game, it was a similar sight. They scored 5 goals as well. So they match their second period goal total, as Miami just looking for answers. Comes Fleer, pulls on the brakes. Gets back over for Mudge. Mudge gets a shot blocked, and we'll get another slashing call. This time, it'll be on Ricky Castricani, who will head to the box. So that's 2 penalties for Miami in the last about 4 or so minutes. And we saw this in the third period yesterday, just kind of biting themselves with these special teams errors. It seems like Miami just trying to make something happen, as it looks like Daniel Bogdanov will head to the locker room. I also saw Jake Turlick head to the locker room as well to get checked out. So 2 injured Bulls and Hurricanes going to the benches. It looks like Bogdanov just got a little bit of maybe tape or maybe a new stick, it seems, and he'll head back to the bench. But they'll wait for the A-OK, and they get it as it's won back by Del Duco, kept in by the Bulls. Glorious back at the top of the point. Inside, the crossing pass as the net gets dislodged, but a good job of USF on offense on the power play. Got the puck to the point, and then a great pass across, and it was a bang-bang type of play, and Henry Kolb was so quick to try to respond, he actually knocked the net off, so it blew the play dead. 1:35 remains in the man advantage for USF. A shot, they score. Enzo DeRaspi, the senior from Trinity, Florida, getting his 2nd goal of the season. And now, folks, it's just been all Miami as Max Hoffman comes onto the bench. He's in full gear. He's just going to sit on the bench, it seems, but he's fully dressed up, ready to go just in case. He was not previously there, so we may see a goalie change here for the University of Miami, as DeRaspi comes up with speed. Tries to drop it back, but it's intercepted by Miami, and a stick disrupts the exit. Here come the Bulls. A backhanded attempt, and another penalty upcoming. This time it'll be an interference call. And heading to the penalty box is Remy Kagan, as the Hurricanes just keep getting into more penalty trouble. And the Bulls will get their 3rd power play of the period. Miami is 1 for 2 this period in kills, but USF just got a power play goal as the Bulls dance on the blue line. Shot put on net, that goes wide. This glove save by Lanique, but he got hooked in the process, and some extracurriculars after the play. We might be able to see them here on the power play. You'll see the extracurriculars on the near side boards right there where they got tangled up, and it'll just be USF who gets the penalty there on number 21, Ryan Loris. So that power play for USF is erased, and only after 30 seconds are shaved off. So Miami will get 30 seconds of power play after this 4-on-4 as that puck gets sent down for an icing. Is an icing because it is a 4-on-4. So good job by Ryan Way. He's really been the heartbeat of the offense in terms of the ACDC conference. He's done a tremendous job at that level, trying to transition it to this harder M3 level, especially against the best team in the College Hockey South Conference. As Stolen will pick it in the near corner. That puck is cleared out by Lee. Gets disrupted and picked back up by Miami. Michelini able to burst ahead as that puck gets a little bit too strong. Here comes the Bulls, but a good job defensively by Elon Astulin to clear the puck back. Elliot Astulin comes up the ice. Elliot with a try. It goes above the crossbar and gets sent to the near boards. Kept in by Ray Owens. Owens through the slot. Takes a shot, patted aside. And taken out by the Bulls. Only 18 seconds remain in the 4-on-4 before Miami gets 30 seconds of a power play. Here comes Callahan with a burst. He takes a shot as that puck goes way into the side and shoots it glove side wide. Stolen will pick it back up, but it gets taken out of the zone. Now it's 15 seconds for Miami for the power play. Michelini able to drop it back for Astulin. Astulin will pump on the brakes, pass it back to Phillips, who tries to get a redirect to Callahan. That goes to the boards and kept in. Slap shot try by Brenenstein is too high as Astulin slashed that USF Ice Bowl, broke his stick in the process, and the fourth penalty for Miami inside the last 10 minutes as they'll head back on the penalty kill. 8-1 your score. Really just taking a turn here, folks. If you're just tuning in, the score was 0-0 after the first intermission, and then USF responded with 5 straight goals within the first 5 minutes of the second period. And then it's just been a couple more trickled on, and Miami with a response of their own, but it was too little too late, and USF had just firmly controlled this second period from start to finish as that one-timer try by Curran goes to the side. Dietz will dance. He waits, fires, goes off a stick into the netting, and we'll have another face-off in the offensive zone of the Bulls. But we thank you so much for watching this version of Miami Hurricanes hockey on the University of Miami Hockey Network. I'm Connor Stein, who's been calling all the action your college hockey Saturday, or you could call it your college football Saturday. Lots of good games. Miami currently taking on Syracuse in football over at Hard Rock Stadium. I have not checked the score, so I hope that one's going all right. But 0-0, as I'm getting told by a fan here, as Miami sends that one down. Behind the net it goes. A little blooper pass that went right into the slot, kept in by Miami. First keeps it. He'll get back up at the blue line. Mudge back to first, takes a shot. It goes off the glove of Culp and gets sent down the ice. Max Mudge now makes a couple of Hurricanes miss, comes on, shoots in the save by Kolb. 35 seconds remain in the man advantage for the Bulls. But I was mentioning the homecoming football game. It was homecoming this weekend for the University of Miami. Tons of alumni, friendly friends came into town in Coral Gables, just about 30 minutes from Kendall, supporting the university and its cause. It's the 100th year centennial for the university, so a big time. They had a great light show last night on Lake Osceola on campus as that goes off the netting, kept in by the Bulls. But it's a great time to be a Miami Hurricane as the university honors 100 years of tradition. Spot goes behind the net. Only 5 seconds remaining in the power play. Nolan Ott over for Bogdanov. Inside, kept in, saved by Kolb as the penalty expires. And that one gets sent out of the Hurricanes defensive zone all the way down for an icing. 1:35 remains here in the second period. And things for Miami obviously have not gone their way in the second period, but I was saying this a lot in the last broadcast. It's all about winning the period, and you got to kind of just put this period behind you and go to the third period and hope you can just try to turn the tides just slightly. But overall, just a great display of offense from USF as Miami almost gets tricky in their own end. That puck did not hit Callahan's stick, so another icing on Miami. Both of the AC/DC teams slowly arriving here at Kendall Ice Arena. We'll have that one. Puck drop slated for 5:15. Same location, same network, same voice. I'll be joined with Justin Cohen, who will be running the play-by-play for that one. I'll be running color, so that'll be a fun one for sure. That one was a 7-4 game last night in the night hours, just past midnight. But a good win for the Miami AC/DC team as a minute left here in the second period. Bogdanov puts a shot on net. It's patted aside. Jack Fleer can't keep the puck in as Ryan Way comes in. He's got Callahan. He tries to find him, but the pass is deflected. 40 seconds remain here in the second. Uhrig shoots it, and a good pad save as that puck somehow finds its way in the back of the net. Oh my gosh. The Bulls can't believe it either. Uhrig shot a puck on net, and Kolb was way out of his crease, and it bounced off of Cole's back pad. And folks, that pretty much summarizes how this series has gone for Miami. Just those poor pounces, and then also just USF's offense just getting everything they want as Miami will go and try to fight with 25 seconds remaining. Ratliff gets it ahead for the Bulls. Score now 9-1 in favor of the Ice Bulls. Jonathan Cooper can't quite keep it in, and that'll do it for the second period of play. 10 goals between both sides with a lopsided lead for the USF Bulls. USF up 9-1 after 2 here heading into the second intermission. We'll be back with more Hurricanes hockey action on the other side of this intermission for the third period. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Hurricanes hockey right here on the Miami Hurricanes Hockey Network. We're back here for the third period of action as Miami gets ready to take on the USF Bulls. I'm Connor Stein here calling all the action for you. As we get set for the second period or the third period of action. Miami currently down 9-1. As we apologize, we're having some camera technical difficulties on from the clock camera, so I will just try to bulb for the Hurricanes, who was the starting goaltender. We'll take a seat and There's a goal for Miami. As a hard collision down low, I believe that was Elian Astulin who took a hard hit after scoring the goal. But he'll get up all right. That'd be a huge loss for Miami as he gets his second goal of the weekend. You just hope that he's all right. That'd be a huge loss for the Hurricanes as he's scored 2 of the 3 goals from Miami, but the score currently 9-2 in favor of the Bulls as there's a turnover in the defensive zone. Dietz picks it up and it's clears out. Jack Jusko pulls on the brakes, able to find Brennan Moore, but the puck gets turned over. Ethan Curran drops the puck back. His puck is a little bit sticky in the freshly Zamboni'd iced as puck gets sent around the end boards. This is how we got here, folks. There was a total of 10 goals in the second period after scoring none in the first. USF scored 9, Miami 1, as there's a shot put on and Hoffman makes the save. Hoffman newly subbed in. As I was making the point before, we saw that goal from Astulin. Max Hoffman comes in to substitute Henry Kolb after allowing a total of 22 goals this weekend. So the Hurricanes looking for a refresh on their ends as the puck gets dropped and play on. As Brennan Moore will head to the box for roughing, so it'll be a power play for USF. So USF gets set up in their power play. Bogdanov will pivot back up top to Loris. Takes a distance try that goes out of play. Just about 30 seconds shaved off of the man advantage so far. But Miami just struggling in the penalty department. They had 4 last period, 1 this period, and just ultimately have just struggled just staying out of the penalty box as Turlik will get into face Bogdanov. Bogdanov able to get it back. He takes distance try that's patted aside, and a little stretch pass is too strong for Turlik, who gives chase. Turlik in the corner, tries to get it up top. It's past the blue line. The puck is sent out of the zone by Miami. 3 minutes off the clock here in the third period. Just under a minute left in the power play for USF. Bogdanov comes inside, tries to beat a good attempt in front by USF and sent aside. It was back-to-back opportunities put on net by USF, and Hoffman was able to stand between the pipes strong. Here comes Uhrig. Uhrig inside with the centering pass is deflected away by Kagan. And USF gets that puck disrupted, and coming out to play the puck is Linique. Bogdanov inside. Tries to find help backdoor with Loris, and it wasn't there. 15 seconds remain in the man advantage. In the slot, a shot patted aside. In the slot was Uhrig, awaiting that pass. At the far circle. As the penalty expires on Brennan Moore for the rough. Miami with a good penalty kill there as they clear the puck. Ryan Way now with a 2-on-1 opportunity with Remy Kagan. Way whiffs on the shot. Kashikani with a slap shot that also goes off the pad and sent off and out of the zone. Puck is sent on net. Sent the near boards. Kashikani with this is try. Stick to side. Kept in. Tried to get centered for Diogardi, but it's sent ahead for the Bulls. Shy Haley was in the slot awaiting the pass, and USF extends their lead even further. They're up to double digits here in Kendall. It's 10-2 your score, 14:57 left to go. Once again, I'd like to apologize for any camera technical difficulties that we're facing with our clock camera. I will try to explain the best goals. Miami tries to cause the turnover in the defensive zone of South Florida. Sawa gets blown dead for an icing. So, Miami obviously letting down 10 goals. That's 23 goals in the span of 2 days. Is Miami just not really having the start that they want, but you know, it's just one series for these Hurricanes, and obviously they haven't performed to the standard of University of Miami hockey and could have done that better. And look back and really reflect. Obviously, losing their captain and Max Mensimer, the vocal captain, is a big miss, but at the end of the day, it's more than just the leadership and some of the defense. It's got to be the offense as well. And it looks like Ferry is gonna get a Riker Ferry gets a game misconduct, and 5-on-5. It'll be 5-on-5 still, but it'll just be a game ejection for. As here comes USF inside the read around, they score. So 5 in a game for Riker Ferry, the junior forward. But USF was quickly off that face-off and put one in the back of the net. Still 5-on-5 hockey, though, despite that game ejection, as the officials there just want to eliminate any chances of fighting, and I think the officials are just ejecting basically anyone that gets a penalty now. So that's the current state of the game. I believe a 5 in a game as well. For Max Ratliff, the Tampa sophomore. Who's got 2 goals on the year. Yeah, it'll be 5 in a game. And Miami will have a chance on the power play to make something happen. But just both teams kind of taking penalties, maybe not being as disciplined as they may want. and they got contact to the head on Max Ratliff. It was that contact on Brendan Moore that caused the 5 in a game to be called. So the officials with a good call make sure that everyone gets away safely as Ilana Stooling comes in. Back up top for Owens, over to Red is clearing the zone. Evan Zadakis now. Rafael Morin. Morin back up top for Ryan Way. Way with a shot. Sent to the far corner. Castricani down low. Rafael Morin back to Castricani with a try and a great. A solid USF crowd. A solid USF crowd here in attendance today. Some Health Iceplex and beautiful Wesley Chapel, and that I gotta say, that rink, folks, if you haven't already, I recommend going to Advent Health. That's a beautiful place to play hockey. I played there before, and USF really does a great job on game presentation as well. They have the lights that flash green when the team goes on the ice, and it's very cool. They do a similar thing for their football team as well, who is also trending in the right. As Miami still with 2:30 left to go on the major, but USF with Dietz just playing possession. Tries to split two Hurricane defenders and gets broken up. Michelini tries to force it free, but Dietz finds it back on a stick. As here comes USF in the slot. Backhanded try aside. Under 2 minutes left to go in the major. Assessed to, they have on the scoreboard, it's Nolan Ott who's serving the 5 minute, but it was initially on Max Ratliff. As that puck gets cleared out of the zone, Bogdanov has to get a shot on net, but Remy Kagan will collect it. Stretch pass too strong for Turlick, but he'll beat it out. The icing. Callahan can't find the puck in his skates, so it's taken by the Bulls. Ethan Curran escapes a Miami defender, and they will just recollect. A minute to go in the major penalty. Up ahead now for Bogdanov. Gets stripped away and up for the stool, and a good sign from Miami. He got hit hard, or made hard contact to the end boards after his second goal of this series, as there's a shot put on net, and it's saved by Lanique. But Ilana Stulin had that goal for Miami, the only goal here in the third period. The only one other came from Riker Ferry, who is currently serving a game ejection, so it'll be Ilana Stulin who clears the puck. Callahan through neutral ice, loses the puck and it's sent back down. And that puck gets back to neutral. For Miami, the next steps here as the major penalty expires, they welcome UCF to town. UCF had a similar experience with these Bulls, but they did actually cause a loss for them. So USF is 12-2 this year with one loss to UCF, the rival. We'll be here to cover that action as it'll take place next weekend, the 7th and the 8th, right here in Kendall Ice Arena. But cleared out by Fleer. Fleer gets it up ahead to Uhrig. Uhrig back and gets it out of the harm's way. USF now cycling well. In the slot, gets disrupted. As there's a try in front, it's saved. Good job by Gia Grardi to try to get a good shot on net, but it's saved off the pad of Lanique. Puck kept in by South Florida. 7 minutes remain here in the third period. We mentioned that game with South Florida and UCF. South Florida took down UCF 11-2 on October 4th. Just a crazy game as this one is blown dead, and a big hard hit, as this is what the officials tried to eliminate, as laboring as Bryson Uhrig. As Uhrig is really laboring here, as we just hope that he's all right. Still down on the ice. Bryson Uhrig, who is a senior from Orlando, Florida, able to get back on his feet, but very slowly, as he'll head to the bench as we try to get that sorted out. And Zoom, this time it'll be in the Hurricanes offensive. Zoom, this time it'll be in the Hurricanes offensive zone. The puck is in the far boards, picked up by Miami. Sent down low. It'll be so what it seemed like it was is here comes Owens as we finally get some clarification. So they are going to get Bryson Uhrig, who was laboring hard on the cross check. He cross-checked the Miami player before and then just had that collision that really just bent him the wrong way. And causes Miami to have this man advantage as here come the Hurricanes. And they're going to send number 21, Ryan Larias, to the box for... They got one for a hold and one for interference. We'll see which one is which. That's what I heard from the official. As... regardless, that's two 2-minute penalties on both Miami and USF. Regardless, that's two 2-minute penalties on both Miami and USF. So Miami will still have the man advantage. It'll be a 4 on Kins, then it'll go back to a 5 on 4 as Kagan lines up, takes a shot off the crossbar, and it's sent out of the zone, or kept into the zone. Jusko Back up to Zidakis, over to Kagan. So Miami, with a good quality shot, it'll be a 4-on-3. Kagan dances, gets down low to the low circle. Zidakis goes out of play. But in other Miami Hurricanes sports, Miami Hurricanes football up 7-0 over the able to watch. But Miami, their football team is definitely known for their defense this year, less than their offense. As with 10 seconds to go in the 4-on-3, Miami will try to just wait and try in the right slot. The 4-on-3 expires. The one-timer opportunity from Kagan is saved by Lanique. And now it'll be a 4-on-4 for 55 seconds here in the third period. 4:40 left in regulation. Puck won back by USF. Taken up ahead by Jackson Keller behind the net. Trying to do a little give and go, but it's disrupted by Miami. Here comes Keller with a try off of Zidakis. And now Miami will come up with a burn. Morin gets held up. Del Duco will take it, get a shot on that, and it's saved by Zach Lanique. 9 seconds remain on the 4-on-4 to both Astulin and Laris. Under 4 minutes to play here in regulation. Puck won back by the Hurricanes. Phillips gets it over. The distance try from Brandon Stein is sent wide. And that puck comes out of the zone. Here comes First with a burst. Gets hard hit into the boards. Gets the puck. Puck stuck in the skates of a couple of Hurricanes and a couple of Bulls as it gets freed up. That puck trickles out of the zone all the way up for Dietz. Dietz has been pretty quiet tonight as that shot. Dietz has been pretty quiet tonight as that shot. Panorama try gets put on net, but Hoffman was able to stick it away. Dietz has been relatively quiet despite his 3-goal performance last game. But it seems like the USF coaching staff is taking more of a how can we show more of our talent kind of day, and it showed out well tonight. 11-2 the score. So we'll be able to see it on our replay as there's a tripping call. That time it's going to be on Ryan Way. Puck taken by Miami. Back to USF. Side patted aside by Hoffman. As that puck shot off the stick of Castricani into neutral ice. First loses the puck and it's cleared out by Diogardi. Obviously not the outcome that Miami has wanted this series, but they look forward to taking on the UCF Knights from Orlando right here in Kendall, and that'll sure be a fun series. We'll have all the action right here on the University of Miami Club Hockey Network, as looks like Castricani will but as I was saying, Miami will take on UCF in their next series put on the board for USF. It's going to be a double minor on Castricani, who will head to the bench as Turlick's able to force the puck free. Here comes Callahan, tries to get a shot on net, but it's denied. And keeping it inside is Callahan. Another try on net is also denied, and it gets sent out by the Bulls. And the whistle is blown. As USF and Miami will pause. Seems like they just want the clock to expire, and they will.